Now, I know what you guys may be thinking right now. Previously, I made a video talking about why you should watch Boruto, the anime, and now I'm talking about why you shouldn't read the Hunter x Hunter manga. Y'all might be thinking I'm pretty crazy right now, like this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But look, sit back, relax, let me explain, hear me out, alright, before you guys slander me in the comments. I just want to let you guys know this is my own personal opinion and my perspective on things of why you should not read the Hunter x Hunter manga. Now, if you guys have your own personal opinions and thoughts about this particular topic, please drop your comments down below so we can have a discussion about this. But before we dive into that, let's play my intro. What is goody, what is poppin' everybody? This is your boy Shoyo-sama here, and we're going to be talking about why you shouldn't be reading the Hunter x Hunter manga. Now, for starters, I just want to give you guys a unique perspective of how I see things when watching the Hunter x Hunter anime and why I didn't really invest my time of, constantly putting myself in this, loophole or this limbo state of why I have to wait for a new Hunter x Hunter manga chapter. So if you guys don't know, the Hunter x Hunter manga is constantly on hiatus and is currently on hiatus for over 2 years now. The fact that Togashi with his health problems, it has been, been happening for a long period of time now. At this rate, for me personally, I don't feel like the manga is going to ever finish at this point unless Togashi go out his way to, give the manga to somebody else to finish up his work. But as of right now, we don't really know when he's going to make that decision or not, or if he ever is going to make that decision. But let's just talk about why you shouldn't read the manga in particular, right? So when I watched the Hunter x Hunter anime, I looked at it in the perspective of only focusing on Gon's character. Obviously, they have other side characters like Kurapika with his revenge of his clan and trying to, destroy the Phantom Troop. And then you got Killua and his family. And you got Lirio. He's trying to become a doctor, but we didn't really see too much of him later down in the arcs of the Hunter x Hunter anime. However, all these great characters in Hunter x Hunter had their moments to shine. But me coming in Hunter x Hunter after rewatching it twice as well, I focus purely on Gon's character. If you guys look at his perspective on things when he was just trying to just find his dad, and the fact that he completed his goal and the journey that took him to get to that point, it made the experience more enjoyable without having to focus on what about this character, what happened to this character, and what's going to be next for this future arc for this particular thing that's, I'm really intrigued to see. So I want to do a channel recommendation real quick, and I want to shout out New World Review. He pretty much talked about on his channel the recap of the future arcs in the Hunter x Hunter manga, and I have to say the recap on his videos is purely top notch. You don't even have to read the manga to get a full grasp of what happened. So if this is for the people who really want to know after watching today's video that you still want to read the manga, then go by all means. I'll have his channel in the description down below so you guys could check out all his recap videos for the future arcs beyond the anime of Hunter x Hunter. But as I was saying earlier, the reason why you shouldn't also read the manga is because not only that it's inconsistent, but the art style quality started to slowly go down. And me personally, I'm all about that top-notch sexy type of content, and if I ain't getting what I'm looking for, then I'm dipping. And the fact that I'm a huge fan of Hunter x Hunter, and I'm always recommended to people who are trying to get into anime and they want a recommendation to binge a certain series, Hunter x Hunter is one of those series that I feel like is a binge watchable series and is a masterpiece. And the fact that the ending of Hunter x Hunter ended on such a good note, despite that it has a huge cliffhanger, well, not a huge cliffhanger, but it's more of a new chapter that opens up to new stories, right? And the fact that we have the manga for that, we have the opportunity to explore the future beyond the anime. I'ma just say, to just avoid that whole hassle of constantly waiting and hoping that the manga will someday come back, why would you put yourself in that perspective and just put your life on hold? Why would you do that to yourself? For those who have watched the Hunter x Hunter anime, I hope you guys can rewatch the series and just purely focus on a different perspective of how you should watch this series by just focusing on Gon's character in terms of his goal. If you guys purely focus on his goal, you guys will enjoy the series way much more. I'm just saying, because if you're focused on Gon as a character and his goal of finding his dad, you'll worry less about the other characters in terms of their stories. I know it's important because you really want to like invest in these other characters because they have their own individual arcs and they have their moments to shine, but it's not going to be worth it in the long run if you want to invest in reading the manga afterwards, because you're not going to get that, because you're still going to feel empty inside because you're still going to want more. And the fact that Gon completed his goal and the journey for him to get to that point, it was simply a masterpiece. All right, Jing had his speech with Gon talking about it's not about the destination, but it was the many detours of how you get to your destination. And I feel like that was one of the most powerful messages, one of the most best messages in all of anime I have ever heard, right? And that was a huge lesson to take away from it. And you could apply that to not only yourself, but in any aspect of life, right? And the fact that, just to tie in together with the manga, the destination, as of right now, we ain't gonna get the destination in terms of reaching the end of the manga at this point, because right now we ain't getting none. All right, Togashi is not feeling well, and at this point we don't have any confirmation of, you know, when the manga is coming back in terms of, you know, be on a consistent basis. And looking at the previous times that Togashi have went on a hiatus, this by far on the longest hiatus he has ever been on, so for 2 years plus. So the fact that we're still waiting, it's not even worth it. Just save yourself the pain and suffering and just enjoy the anime for what it is and focus on a perspective of Gon, and I promise you guys will enjoy the series way more. But let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about this particular topic. You have your own personal thoughts? Do you still feel like you want to read the manga just because you really just want to know what happens? Or you have a whole different idea of how you should watch the series besides looking at Gon's character? But thank you guys for watching. Stay frosty, stay sexy, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace!